don't think he cares. That's my thing. I don't think that he cares what happens to you. If he cares, he wouldn't make serial killers, which he does. He does make serial killers, and I'm sick of him pawning that off on the devil, because he also created the devil. That is also his creation. So shouldn't he just handle that? Like, why doesn't he just handle that shit? Why do we have to deal with it? Why is there this big test? Well, it doesn't make any fucking sense. The whole thing is fucking stupid. The whole thing is if you just look at animals, what do animals do? Nothing. And then you look how some are just out there with teeth like mine running next to these monsters, and they get ripped apart and eaten alive. And he made that too. So, like, he's not, I don't think he's like the most, chill dude.
Right. You've become so spiritual since the last time we talked.
I don't think I was expecting that take.
But it's a beautiful take. You should open up the Church of Burr. The Church of Burr.
Yeah, I don't understand why he drops you in this cesspool and then shit happens to you, and then at the end of your life he's yelling at you like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? It was what you made. It was what the fuck you made, and I ran into all of those assholes. I don't want to be like this. You think I want to be a fucking angry lunatic?
Well, I think, it's funny.
Maybe if you tried a little harder with some of the people in my life when you made them, you lazy cunt. Instead of fucking working 6 days and putting your feet up and that's it, and let the thing just go where it's going to go. And then it's my responsibility. This little fucking speck on this fucking planet. Oh, fuck yourself.
We freestyling tonight. That's what we're going to do. 2 topics. Bill Burr and God. This is for all of you out there. 1, Bill Burr is my favorite comedian of all time. He's my favorite comedian. It used to be Chris Rock, and then it was George Carlin, and now it's Bill Burr. I love Bill Burr. He's great at telling a story. He's great at narrating. He's great at sharing his thoughts very eloquently, very clearly. And I have a confession to make. I feel like I resonate with him on a maniac level. I do. I've always had... I consider myself mostly a good person, but I've always had like this aggression inside me, this anger, and there's multiple reasons why. We'll get into that in another video. But when he speaks, part of me connects with that. Part of me goes, yeah, I don't want to be like that either. And I think for the most part I do pretty good, but there's times where I don't. And he got me thinking when he said, maybe I wouldn't be this way if God had worked a little harder on certain other people. And I will tell you something. I will lay my heart out in front of all of you here. That's how I feel about my dad. My dad was one of the most narcissistic, selfish people I have ever known in my life. Now, is he a complete monster? No. Do I love my father? I think so. I haven't spoken to him in a long time. I think it's been at least 5 years or so. I haven't even talked to him about my second 2 kids. Not really. He knows about them, but just through my mom. They're not together anymore. He treated my mom badly, then cheated on her. I don't feel like he was overall a great role model for us. Definitely indirectly taught us aggression. I don't mean to blame it on him, but I do wonder what my life would have been like if he wasn't the way he was. And of course, if I look back at his history, he didn't have a great one either. Worse than mine for sure. His father was unalived from a sinking ship. Sharks did a whole frenzy all over them. Yeah, it's true. He had a very mean stepfather. He learned a lot from him. Pattern goes on, right? Pattern just kind of trickles on down. We are only in control of ourselves, right? So I am doing my best to work on myself for sure. But there's times where I slip for sure. I don't like haul off and, on my wife and kids or anything like that. But my wife and I, we sometimes we fight. We go at it pretty good. Sometimes I just feel mean and I don't know where it comes from. I think I kind of do. But it got me thinking about God in the whole picture. Now, do I believe in God? Just to be clear with you, I don't know. I consider myself agnostic. I'm open to it, but I don't really know. But I'm going to lay my heart out to you some more. I've had moments in my life. No, that's not accurate. When I'm very tired or if I feel very weak or stripped away, especially early in the morning, off and on, I will mentally ask myself this question. I don't try to. It just pops in my brain. And I ask myself if I believe in God. if I believe in the devil. I don't know why it just pops in there. Even though I already know the answer, and that's again, I don't know. I have no idea. But if there is a God, and this is what connects to the second topic of God, I have to believe that if there is a benevolent God that is indeed all-seeing, all-knowing, believing in a Christian God, I don't know. Well, I don't know what kind of God is. Buddhist, Hindu, whatever. I don't know. Whatever being is out there, if there is a being, I don't know. But if there is a being out there that has created everything, that can control everything and see everything and know everything, then the only way I could feel like that being exists is if they are not near us at all. If they are not even, they have moved on. Like Dr. Manhattan, gone somewhere else, and they are no longer involved in our lives. Because he's right. There's so many bad things out there. People get harmed all the time, not just from each other, natural disasters, so many things. Animals get harmed. It's so many bad things that happen every second. And for anybody to tell me that there's a benevolent God out there that's, don't worry, it'll be okay in the afterlife, I don't understand. I don't understand why. It's a test. It's a test. It's all good once you get. If you learn through pain and suffering, and I don't think that's accurate or fair to those people. Even if they do get a paradise afterwards, I feel like that's a flawed design. I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm a cult leader and I have a bunch of people following me, and I have a saying to you. I go, hey, we all grow through suffering. And you go, cool, what is that about? And then I start subjecting you to various forms of abuse. Maybe I pants people off and on, just a little light stuff. Maybe I clock them in the dome when they're not looking. Maybe I yell and berate them. Fill in the blanks for anything worse and worse and worse. Then I tell you, don't worry. And then I say, don't worry. Once you pass away, I will bestow upon you a paradise. Would you accept that? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't, because you shouldn't. But we are told to, because this being is above us, better than us. I'm not trying to tell you to not believe in whatever you believe in. I'm just trying to tell you, I understand where he's coming from. I've never understood that. We don't take that from other people. Why would we take that from that being? I can't believe in that. I can't believe in a being that's doing that. I have to believe that that being is somewhere else, far away, doing something else. Very last thought. If there was a church of Bill Burr, I'd be up in there too. That's all I have. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, we will talk later.